Hi, good evening. This is Alexander. I am back again with one more information which many of you may not be aware of. And if you are aware of, be proud that you are a very small minority, and please do share this information with those around you. There was a time when people used to, I think a lot of people still do consider insurance policies among their assets. And you have endowment policies and money back policies. But there are a lot of people who are smart now, and they have moved on to term insurance policies. They are quite smart enough to choose the no frills vanilla term insurance policy, which has no return of premium and none of those bells and whistles. But recently I came to know that a very large number of people are unaware of something, a very closely guarded secret by the insurance companies. Most of them don't tell their customers about this particular feature. Now what happens is, the purpose of, unlike all other kinds of insurance, the only insurance that is good for us when it comes to life insurance, the only insurance which mostly no one wants to sell it to you, not even the companies, that is called as a term insurance. Term insurance is more like your car insurance. If you are alive, like your car, if your car is well, there's no accident, there is no theft, then next year you again renew the car insurance. Same goes with term insurance too. It comes in different terms. It's important that for getting a term insurance you should be employed. And the purpose of a term insurance is to make sure that your loved ones are cared for even when you're not there. It's not as a means of getting some kind of a return on your investment, but this is something what you're doing to make sure your wife and children are taken care of while you're not there. Well, it's not necessary it's your wife and children. It could be anyone who's dependent upon you. And the only time that you should go for a term insurance is when you feel that somebody else is dependent upon your income. But today what I'm going to talk to you about is something, it's a closely guarded secret. I'm almost sure 99% of people who have gone in for term insurance. I went in for term insurance probably about three and a half decades later than when I should have tried, or when I should have got this. And that has also meant the premiums that I pay in my case, it's way too higher. At a time when I have also started housing some of my lifestyle diseases. But the most important thing is, today, if you have a term insurance, even, a lot of you who would have applied for housing loans and you take a loan, most probably the housing loan company or the bank would have automatically told you to get a term insurance cover equivalent to your loan, and in case you are not there, then the loan is made good with the help of the term insurance policy. But what is important, the important secret thing that I want to talk to you about is, how do you make sure that after you are no longer there, the policy that you specifically got for your family actually goes to them and doesn't go for any of fulfilling some of your other loans or liabilities that you may have incurred. And that is what I want to tell you now. All those of you who have already got a term insurance policy, unfortunately, cannot avail of this particular facility. Even I came to know about it once I had got my policy, and despite my best efforts, I have not been able to get benefit of this. There is a particular act called MWP Act of 1874. I hope I got the year right. In case if I didn't, I would correct it in the comments. It's known as MWP, Married Women's Property, Married Women's Protection Act. The purpose of this is to make sure that women and children are taken care of. Now, when you buy a term insurance, only at the time of buying term insurance, you have a facility of getting it endorsed under the MWP Act, and that creates a trust. What I mean by creates a trust is, once it is endorsed under Married Women's MWP Act, it cannot be attached by any court of law. It cannot be given to any creditor, irrespective of whatever be the written clauses, things. It cannot be attached. Now, if there is a home loan, it is not did not have and the person who took the home loan passed away, but he has a term insurance policy, and it was fortunately registered under the MWP Act, then it can only go to the wife and children. Now, this is something which most insurance companies don't tell you at the time. It doesn't cost you anything, it is just so the beneficiary of the insurance, the term insurance policy, is only the wife and children. You cannot have you cannot have it endorsed in favor of your parents or your brother or anyone else. And in families where there are joint family business decisions and various other things, and in case of the person passing away and there is an insurance policy, even the family members cannot get this, because the insurance company is duty bound to give it only to the spouse, only to the wife and children. Now, it doesn't work the other way around. If the wife buys the policy, you cannot make the husband get it endorsed under the MWP Act. It is basically for protecting women and children. Now, ideally, I suggest, if anyone is going for it, a new policy, please get it endorsed, so that the people that you have really taken the policy for get benefited out of it. Now, I would also encourage you to be on the safer side, to have both your wife and children's names. You can allocate a certain share. The reason why I say that is, in case if the wife passes away before the husband, then it would become a normal policy. But if both the wife and children's names are mentioned, then again it is endorsed under the MWP Act. Also, sometimes there is a question, what if the husband and wife get divorced? Can you change it? No. The answer is, it will still go for the wife and children, or if there's just wife, it goes to her. So this is something which I was not aware of, and most of you who would have taken term insurance policies would also not be aware of it. I got my term insurance policy about 3-4 years back, and ever since then I have been trying to see if I can get my family, wife and daughter endorsed under the MWP Act. Unfortunately, they said it is not possible. I still don't understand why it cannot be done, because it's only the same policy, the same beneficiary, but probably I'll still keep trying. And in the meantime, if you found this information useful, please comment below, and do share this video with others who may benefit from this. If you have got one term policy and you have not got it endorsed, you can always go for a second term policy, and in that one you can get it. Make sure that you get it endorsed before the policy is purchased. Once you have purchased a policy, then it cannot be endorsed. So this is something I don't agree with the logic why it cannot be done later, but that's how it is. I do hope you found this particular information useful. If you did, please do consider subscribing to my channel, like this post, and also do share it with others, because I personally feel we are taking a term insurance so that after us, our loved ones don't have to beg or borrow or stretch their arms in front of others, because there is a lot of difference. And this is one fantastic way. Even if the person who has taken the term loan has left behind a lot of debts, now no court can use the proceeds of a term insurance policy that has been endorsed under Married Women's Property Act, MWP Act. I still will, if I have made a mistake in terms of what MWP stands for, I'll correct it in the comments. But trust me, this is something which is, you pay your entire life, and at the end find that the person for whom you did this is not getting the benefit of it, and it is going to settle some other outstanding, some other loan in some court of law. So whatever I'm sharing with you, I'm not a financial advisor, I am not an investment advisor, yet whatever I share, and I share it from my personal experience. And before you implement any of these things, this is my way of giving back, of educating the thousands and millions of people who are in a similar boat as me. Please do consult your investment advisor before you put any of these things into practice. I am sharing what I did. You please do your research. But Married Women's Property Act is something of 1874, is something which I think is really fantastic for making sure the money that you put aside to make sure that your wife and children are taken care of when you are no longer there really reaches them. Thank you. Till we meet for another video.